Hello, everybody. Today I'm talking about Mars in Capricorn from 22nd of March to 4th of May. It is exalted, it is strong, yet it is having a conjunction with Saturn. How to deal with it? Hello, everybody. I'm Komilla Sutton, and we are talking about Mars in Capricorn. And do remember to subscribe and press the bell notification. I am going to be posting a number of things, tutorials, as well as what the planets are doing. And so keep on top of it. And thank you anyway for all your support. This is Vedhishwaran Kovil, Shiva the doctor, and this is where people come for healing and for Mars dosha, if any issues with Mars are there. I'm at the Mars, Chevai as is known in Tamil temple. You can see here, and a beautiful temple around me. So talking about Mars in Capricorn. Mars in Capricorn is exalted. Its exact exaltation degree is 28 degrees of Capricorn. And as it moves into Capricorn, it is also putting an emphasis on the sign of Capricorn, because already we have Saturn placed there, and then Mars will move on the 22nd, and then 29th, Jupiter will come into Capricorn. So three of the most important planets will be in Capricorn. So we need to first understand what Capricorn stands for and what we can do about it. So Capricorn is a sign of practical expression. It is a time where the soul decides that they are going to take responsibility for their karma. They are going to try to improve their life, better their life. And sometimes it shows itself in working very hard. Sometimes it shows itself in being totally lazy, because Capricorn can bring both those aspects. But at this stage, when Mars goes into Capricorn, he is very strong because he is exalted. So it's almost like he's going to organize everything. And it can appear at times like military precision. Everything is happening, and do this, don't do this, restrictions. And Mars actually getting exalted in his enemy sign of Capricorn, because Mars comes into his own when he's surrounded by negativity, surrounded by enemies. So enemies can be warrior type enemies, or our inner demons, or any kind of perceived enemy that we think about. Mars in Capricorn becomes very strong to deal with it. And therefore, it will give us courage and confidence to deal with situations, however difficult they may be, however much we feel that as an obstacle. And the main thing about Mars in Capricorn is about discipline, following the rule of law, being disciplined, because Mars, the warrior, understands that a careless warrior can be easily defeated, whereas a warrior that is disciplined and organized, it's difficult to defeat. So Mars in Capricorn is very disciplined. It'll understand do's and don'ts. And we, as we are all globally experiencing Mars in Capricorn, we should understand that and bring discipline to our life, organize our life in the way that is best suited for your circumstances. The other factor is often Capricorn can bring quite a lot of fear and anxiety, because Capricorn is a Vata sign, and Saturn is there, and Mars is going to be there, and Jupiter is going to be there. So there can be quite a bit of fear and anxiety. But actually what it does is that it heats up Mars, because Vata, air, loves fire. So during this time, the heat of Mars can become stronger and more dominant and more the heat of Mars can become stronger, more dominant, more in control, more organizing everybody. So that is something that we have to think about. On 29th of March, Jupiter also joins Mars and Saturn. And therefore, we have 3 planets in Capricorn as a dominant force. But think about this. Saturn is in its own sign. Mars is exalted. So Jupiter gets double cancellation. However, still Capricorn can bring its issues. As I said, they can be anxiety and fear, whether we can achieve our aims, whether we can do what we are set out to do. But if we follow the lead of Mars and organize ourselves, discipline ourselves, then definitely we'll be able to deal with the situation. Jupiter does not conjoin with Mars, although it is in the same sign, and Mars and Saturn will be canceling the debilitation of Jupiter. However, there is a Mars-Saturn conjunction, and in Vedic astrology, the conjunction is there as long as the planets are in the same sign. However, by experience, what I've noticed is that the closer the conjunction and the exact day of the conjunction, those are the intense days. And after that, the planets move in separate directions, or they are not exactly conjoined. So the intensity is not so much. So as soon as Mars comes into Capricorn, it has Saturn to contend with. That means that Mars has a big obstacle that it has to overcome. And all of us, because Mars is ruling certain area of our chart, have to overcome that obstacle. And Mars Saturn together can be very frustrating, very upset or angry, because Mars in exaltation wants to do things, and Saturn is saying, caution, careful, you can't rush through the situation. And the exact conjunction is on 31st March and 1st of April. That is the day it is also in planetary war. And so therefore there is a lot of irritation, frustration, obstacles at that time. I would suggest that everybody should be extra cautious at that time and not allow the anger to overcome them, because Mars represents anger and Saturn is blocking it, but it is also a Vata planet. Vata is air, so it's aggravating the anger. So you can feel very frustrated. I would say that is a crescendo. But after that, Mars Saturn, Mars remains in Capricorn, and end of the month, it's April, its exact exaltation degree of 28 degrees of Capricorn. What I found working very well for me over the years is that whenever Mars Saturn is there, I always give myself projects. And they can be small projects or they can be big projects. So many times during Mars Saturn, I've sat down and finished my books, finished all the work I need to do, because you have to have some plan of action. And as this Mars Saturn is there till 4th of May, and exact conjunction obviously on 31st March and 1st of April. But over this period, you should have some goal, something that you're trying to work out to improve, to clear your home, to just plan something and focus that energy. Because after all, these are all energies and we have to focus them. And it is our responsibility that we focus on to the positive rather than the negative. So Mars in Capricorn will create Ruchoka Mahopurusha Yoga. Ruchoka Mahopurusha Yoga is a commander who can shine at everything that they want to do, and the life is glossy and powerful. This is a transit Ruchoka Yoga. If you are Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, you are going to get this yoga. You have double yoga actually, because Saturn is also creating a yoga a Sasha Mahapurusha yoga. But it's a double-edged sword, this yoga. It is many opportunities, but also creates frustration unless you are being very conscious of using the energy, not just keeping, feeling resentful and angry among yourself, but use this energy. And even if life appears to be tough, actually, you will find that things are going to work out and opportunities are there for you. So let us see how it affects you sign by sign. So Aries, Mars is your ascendant ruler. This drama, 3 planets in the 10th house for you. It can be Aries moon or Aries ascendant. Of course, that Mars Saturn will be very frustrating for you. Otherwise, I would say organize yourself, focus on your work. And work doesn't have to be just the job you do. You can think about karma, some selfless service, do something for the good of the community as well, then that will be very useful for you. Taurus, this conjunction is taking place in the 9th house. So 9th house is the house of guru. It's a house of advisor. And you're not always willing to listen because all these planets in the 9th house, they are fierce planets. They tend to think, I know better. So it is good to sometimes be humble and listen to other people, and that will serve you a lot better and give yourself guidelines. However, on 28th of March, Venus goes into Taurus, and that is very supportive for you. So you will have quite a bit of help. Gemini, this is a tough, challenging transit for you. If you're Gemini moon or Gemini ascendant, Saturn is in your 8th house, Mars goes there, Jupiter goes there, specifically regarding relationships. Also, watch out for your health. Generally unexpected consequences of what you're doing. And so be very careful around this transit and don't take any risks and just try to do some meditation, calmness, because this is can be challenging. And the thing about this transit is it doesn't appear to be challenging. Something can happen unexpected, so we can't plan for that. Cancer, you have 3 planets in the 7th house. Now, actually, this is a Mahopurusha yoga. So Mars is creating a Ruchoka Mahopurusha yoga. Saturn is creating a Mahopurusha yoga. Jupiter is debilitated there, but Mahopurusha yoga can push your work and career, but it can also, because it's in the 7th house, can bring some arguments or difficulties as far as partners are concerned. I would say a plan of action is very important at this stage, and plan something towards your career and don't allow this energy in wasteful pursuits. Leo, 3 planets in your 6th house. Mars is your best planet. It's exalted, but it's in the 6th house with Saturn. You are facing some obstacles at this time. 6th house also connected to health, and it may be health related. It may be self, feeling a lot of people opposing you, and Leo doesn't work well with that. So I would say you have to wait till Sun goes into Aries. Things will seem much rosier, much easier. Until that time, Sun goes into Aries 13th, 14th of April. Till that time, you have to just take care and be careful. Virgo, this Mars is in your 5th house. Children, creative ideas. Mars is not the best planet for Virgo. So sometimes, your ideas may be not productive for you. Saturn is there, Jupiter is there. Children can be handful. You may not be getting the right advice. So you have to take things a little bit slowly. And again, as I'm telling everybody, is to focus on something and to use this energy productively. And Mars will also want to do sporty things, something active. Saturn is practical, and Jupiter is, wise or educational. So all these three things you should try to incorporate in your life. Libra, again, a Mahopurusha yoga. Mars is strong, Ruchoka Mahopurusha yoga. I talked about it earlier. This is a powerful position. Saturn is creating a yoga, and then Jupiter's there. So fourth house, home, happiness, travel. Definitely be careful about traveling around 31st and 1st, 31st March, 1st April. But it's also property, home. Do something, focus your energy on home, on property. There may be some opportunities to invest in property at this time. That would be good for you. Scorpio, Mars is in the third house. It's your ascendant ruler, moon ruler. It's strong. Third house is Upachaya. It's a positive house for you. It deals with growth and confidence, and you have plenty of confidence to deal with it. And Saturn is giving you some guidelines or some restrictions, and follow them. Don't get frustrated by it. Of course, 31st of March and 1st of April, you have to be careful. But otherwise, this time you can use very positively. Sagittarius, you have planets in the second house, so you're worried about finances. Saturn is there. It's making restructuring, making you feel poor. Saturn is usually not negative for finances, but it makes you feel that my financial situation is not good. Mars exalted usually should be okay, but because Saturn is there, Mars tries to do something impulsive. I think be very cautious in all your dealings. And of course, from 29th, Jupiter is debilitated, so you're not 100% confident about what you're doing. So that is important. Capricorn, of course, all the drama is taking place in Capricorn. Mars in the ascendant, exalted. Saturn is there. Jupiter is there. It's quite a powerful position for you. Yet there can be obstacles. Some you've created yourself. You can feel very frustrated. And as I said, that the energy needs some outlet. So if you don't have an outlet, you will feel very frustrated with it. So find yourself some outlet, work with it, and then things will be very good. Aquarius, you have all these planets in your 12th house, an exalted Mars in the 12th house, Saturn and Jupiter. And I think what is important is that's a house of expense. And Mars is your career planet, and though he's exalted in the 12th house, this is not the best time professionally. You may find there is some lot of effort, no result, or some kind of loss that you can experience during this time. And I feel that it is important to do something like karma yoga. Use up your time doing good for other people. That appeals to you as well. And Saturn is there for long term, and Jupiter and Mars are there for this particular moment. So I feel you should be thinking about selfless service, giving back to society, and all that work will come and help you at a later date. Pisces, Lagna, Lord Jupiter is going to get debilitated after 29th. But all these planets are in your 11th house of profit. So even though Jupiter goes into Capricorn, it is cancellation of debilitation. Your 9th lord is exalted. Saturn, 11th house ruler, is in its own sign. So this can be financially very good for you, and also very good for you to use your ideas and higher mind to generate some good energy. 11th house profiting doesn't always mean money profiting, but learning to do something good. But watch out for health, because health may not be 100% because of Jupiter. I'm making another video for Jupiter. You can listen to that. But Capricorn for you is Labha Bhava, house of profit. So whatever you want to profit from, you can. So that is all for today. Thank you very much. Do remember to subscribe and like. And I'm trying to get to 20,000 viewers. I'm hopefully soon. So thank you.